So I started reading this book by Femi Otedola a few days ago. Now, here are two things I want you guys to take away, especially if you're a parent or an upcoming parent. You intend to be a parent someday. So he mentioned that when he was 7 years old, he started doing manicure and pedicure for his father's friends. So anytime they come around, he'll come and cut their nails and charges them for them, and they actually pay him. Now, I try to relate it with myself being a father of a 2-year-old going to 3-year-old, and I can imagine, a senior friend coming to see me, maybe a senator, or maybe higher might in the society comes to see me, and I see my son playing around him and trying to play with his fingernails or toenails. I'll feel like he's playing. I'll probably shoo him. I'll tell him to go inside. I'll feel like you're disturbing my visitor. But Femi Otedola's father acted differently. He actually encouraged him to charge them money, and they actually paid him. And at some point, the MD of Mobile came to see him, who was a white guy, and he actually encouraged him to charge him, and actually he got paid for doing manicure and pedicure at 7-year-old. And so these are two things that stood out for me. Number one is, it takes an entrepreneur to raise an entrepreneur. If you are a parent or you want to be a parent someday, you really need to start doing better for your child in the way you think. Because if he would have showed him to go inside, he would probably kill that entrepreneurship fire he had inside of him. It would have made him feel like, okay, I don't need to work for this money. My dad already has this money, so I don't need to work for it. But however, I encouraged him to charge them for it. So him getting paid at that young age gave him that mindset that there's a service to render if you want to make money in your life. So he gave him that shift, which probably I would have acted differently, but now I know better. If you come to my house and my son charges you to do pedicure, you better pay him and pay him well. So that's one of the first takeaway. Now, the second takeaway I have from reading this aspect of the story is that, it's not too early to start exposing your children to understanding how money works and how life works. It's never too early. According to me, he started working for his dad very, very early. And as at when he was 25, he became the MD of one of his father's printing press companies or stuff like that. And at 25, that would have given an experience that the average 25-year-old doesn't have. And it made a lot of sense why he went on to do a lot in his lifetime and made a lot of money. See, let me tell you, hang out with entrepreneurs. If you really want to grow yourself as an entrepreneur, there's just no limit to how much you can learn when you start early and hang around people who are also doing the same thing you're doing. Whether they are your parents, whether they are your family, it doesn't matter. There's just a lot you can learn hanging around them. Hope this makes sense to you. So I'll keep you guys updated. Bye for now.